touch base with Bharat Madan, who's the Group CFO Escorts. Mr. Madan, it's good to have you on the show. The numbers have been strong on most fronts. Will you talk us through about the realization seen in the quarter gone by? What led to the slight degrowth in your margins?
Well, the realizations have been good in the Q2, both in the tractor segment as well as in the other construction segment. In tractors, we had taken a price increase in the beginning of Q2 itself, in middle of July. So, which is what I think you're seeing happening on the ground. So, you see the better realization coming up on that side. I think on the margin front, generally, I think it's more led to the volume because you compare with Q1. Obviously, Q1 was with a very strong volume base of all the 25,000 tractors, and we had only 20,000 volume, 21,000 volume in this quarter. So it's essentially volume effect, so nothing to worry. I think overall we are very much on track in the overall guidance for the margin for this entire year, which we had given the guidance for 100 basis point improvement. And we're seeing that good traction on the ground. So we're seeing the October numbers too, I think, on the volume front, which are pretty strong. So we are seeing a very good festive season. I think Q3 should give us very strong numbers coming up.
Okay. October volumes have been very robust. So as we approach the Rabi season, would you say soft volumes in July, August, September will now be made up for in the second half? What's the targeted monthly run rate you expect?
That's the thing. We had given indication that for the festive season of September to November, so we'll have a monthly run rate of close to 10,000 odd tractors. We've seen the numbers getting delivered in September and October. So October has been pretty strong with the highest ever retail ever, I think, in the tractor business for the company. So I think now we're keeping our fingers crossed for the Diwali season. So normally Diwali and Navratras, typically the spread is 60-40 and that's the overall sales traction. So hopefully the November should also go well. So overall, I think for this quarter we look at 25-30% sort of growth in terms of volume.
Right. Consumer sentiment seems to have been hit this festive season, even in the tractor segment. How much have low crop realizations, increased cost of ownership, etc. impacted you?
Well, frankly, in our markets, we are not really seeing that impact coming in as of now. But looking at the October number, we have followed the festive season has gone very well, especially in our stronger markets. So I think we feel, I think all the factors on the rural side, whether it's on the good crop which we had in the Kharif season, the better prices compared to the last year, what the farmers are getting today, and a better rainfall distribution across India. I think most of the state burning for 2 or 3 states where we had issue, which is normally the case in all the years. And good water table, good water reservoir. So I think we expect in the next Rabi season will also be good. So at least for next 2-3 quarters, we expect it will be a very positive momentum for the rural sector which should continue. So we don't see really much impact happening on the rural demand, at least till that period when the election for the next monsoon predictions comes.
Right. So while you maintain a positive outlook for FY19, what is concerning you regarding the year after? Why is the outlook then seeming bleak?
Well, one factor is this is the third year of growth for the agriculture sector. So typically we are seeing the agriculture cycle last for 5 to 6 years. So like I said, it's too early for us to talk about the next year's number as now. We'll rather wait for, I think, hitting the Q1 numbers, and then by the time we'll have better clarity into the monsoon prediction. And there are a bit of uncertainty in terms of the election scenario, what really pans out. So there may be some slowness does happen around that period. But as of now, I think it's too early to talk about that. If the monsoon happens to be good, you may even see a very strong numbers again coming up in next year. So that's why we're not really giving any guidance for the next year as of now. So, but for next 2-3 quarters, we think the demand will continue to be good.
Okay. And you continue to see the demand momentum. And if you could just highlight in detail, what is it that you're seeing in terms of a demand momentum in construction equipment segment, and how's the pipeline there looking like also for the railways business?
So construction and railways both, I think, were very positive surprises for the last 6 months. For the first 2 quarters, we saw 40% plus growth happening in both this segment. So construction normally is a slower period in the first half, and normally they pick up the traction in the second half of the year. So we're expecting the second half should even do better. But overall, I think the growth rate may not be same as 40%, but still, I think over the full year basis, we expect 30% plus growth will happen in the construction business too for us. And similar story is there for the railway side too. So it's again, I've seen 40% growth in the first 6 months. And the order book remains very strong for us, which is for we're sitting at the order book of 400 crores plus at the end of September, which will get executed in the next 12 to 13 months. So overall for full year, we still expect 25-30% growth will happen on the railway side too.
Okay, Mr. Madan, we leave it at that. Thanks very much for joining us.